Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Zach Davis. I'm here for Sadistic Pixel today. I run HippoChippies.com, but I've got a ton of friends over at Sadistic Pixel, so I'm here making a video for them today about Hearthstone. So the new expansion just came out yesterday, Goblins versus Gnomes, and we're here to talk about that. Yesterday I made a quick video of me opening 3 of the new packs that they give you for free when you start, and that video doesn't exist anymore because it died. So let's look at some of the cards I got. I only opened 3 of the packs. I was here with another friend of the site, Josh Henderson, and we kind of talked over them. So I'll just run through you with those real quick. Dark Whispers, summon 5 Wisps or give a minion +5/+5 in taunt. This is a Druid card. It's really weird. I had never seen this before until yesterday. Wisps are awful, and they're 0 mana 1/1s that no one plays, and I'm not really sure why you would want to play this card, especially for 6 mana, because you can play 6 mana and get a bunch of awful cards. Josh brought this up. He said there's some Druid cards like Savage Roar that gives everybody +2 attack, and that's used pretty often, and you could use it with this, but that's kind of asking a lot to summon all these and then just do that for some extra damage. There's another card that gives all of your minions Death Rattle, and I guess you could give them that, and the +5/+5 in taunt is just not that great, I don't think. Maybe it'll see some use, but it just seems like it's way overcosted. I got the Hunter card, and I love Hunter. It's one of my favorite classes. Feign Death, trigger all your Death Rattles. What that does is it activates the Death Rattles on all of your minions without actually killing them. So say you have a board full of Leper Gnomes and Loot Hoarders, you'll draw all of your cards, do all your Leper Gnome damage to the hero, and they'll still be there to do it again as soon as they die. So I'm really excited to try that out. Flame Cannon, like mages needed another way to deal damage to people, and Unstable Portal. This one is really cool because it adds a random minion to your hand from the game in general. It can be literally anything. I was reading some stuff by Ben Brode on Twitter. He's one of the head developers of the game. He said that the minions are not costed at all any differently. So you have the exact same chance to get a Ragnaros Legendary as you do a Wisp. So that card is going to be crazy, and I can't wait to see what I get out of that. This one is also a new one. It's a rogue card. Give your weapon +3 attack, which is not great for 4 mana, but the combo, give a friendly minion +3 attack. The only reason you would ever play this card is if you could pull the combo off, because if you don't, you're pretty much wasting your turn. Unless you can really get some value out of that +3 attack, and I guess you could take down something with that, like you could maybe kill a Yeti with it if it was already damaged a bit, but I'm not a huge fan of that card so far, but we'll see. Crackle, Shaman card, deal 36 damage. This is way too random for me because you never know what you're going to get. Even if you threw down a spell damage totem and you could do 4 to 7 damage, that's a big range there. And for 3 mana, I don't know. I mean, it seems like it could be decent, but I'm not a huge fan of that kind of randomness. Warbot, enrage +1 attack. It's a 1 mana. You can enrage it and get 1 attack out of it. I don't know how useful it's going to be. Control warriors are going to be able to enrage it easily because they can enrage anything, but I don't know. And this one, this is a new set of stuff. It has a 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy. There are some minions that do this, weapons that do this. They can be used to get around taunt creatures and to even attack stealth creatures, but I just don't know how many times you're going to be pulling that off. Again, it's totally random, so you have no idea what it's going to do. The only time you would have a guaranteed 100% I know what this is going to do is if there is nothing on the other player's board and you're going to attack their hero. Other than that, it's kind of a crapshoot. Maybe it'll see some use to hit stealth minions or get past taunt, but other than that, I really don't know. Anti-Killbot, it's a neutral card. It goes in any deck. Restore 8 health. Most people really don't have a way to restore health, and now like a Warlock can get their health back to do some more taps for cards. A Mage could get some more health back, but for 5 mana 3/3, it's not a great card, so all you're doing it really is to get the health back. This guy seems kind of crazy. I didn't think much of it when I opened it yesterday. I hadn't seen this before, but after thinking about it, Divine Shield 7/7, you have to damage this thing and then try to kill it. It's a huge big game hunter target, which kills anything that has 7 attack. So if this is on the board and you don't have one of those, it's going to take a while to take it out, and you're still taking 7 damage to the face every turn it's out. This guy, whenever your opponent casts a spell, gain +2 attack, this can maybe make your opponent play a little differently, like Lotheb making your spells cost more, but I don't know, it doesn't seem that great. if you really don't want your opponent to cast a spell, I guess you can play this, but what if they cast a spell and kill it, and then it's not doing anything? Like if a priest used Shadow Word Pain. Murloc, this expansion has a lot of Murloc stuff, so we're going to see a lot more Murloc decks. Those will just rush you down and kill you on turn 2, so that'll be fun as always. Explosive Sheep, I was super excited to get this. Death Rattle will deal 2 damage to all minions. First off, I like Death Rattle cards because it pairs well with Undertaker, and second off, this just pretty much kills anything, and if you're running a mage deck, you can ping this and just get 2 damage to everything on the board with your Fireball spell, or Hero Power, and that's pretty cool. And Target Dummy, this is a joke. 0 mana, 2 health with Taunt. I don't see anyone getting a whole lot of use out of this. Like, most of the Taunt cards, as they are, don't get used, like the 1 mana 0/4 with Taunt. Not really used a lot, Shield Bearer, so I don't know. Maybe somebody will find some use for this, but I don't see it. It is a mech though, so I guess you could kind of pair it. You could throw a mech out and then do a mech combo with it for 0 mana, but we'll see. But now, let's get to the meat of this. I bought 10 Goblins versus Gnomes packs to open, so let's get started. I'm really excited to see what I get. Maybe they're all legendaries, but probably not. And just to let you know, I have not seen all of the cards from the expansion, so I could open some stuff that I've never heard of. But we've already talked about that. Middletooth Leaper, battle card, give your other mechs +2 attack. Okay, that is cool for a mech deck, and it's Hunter, and I play a lot of Hunter. Another one of those guys. Okay, this guy is really cool. If you're running a mech deck, everybody is going to be playing one of these, because if you have a mech, gain +1/+1, so you play a 4/4 for 3, which is already good, and add a spare part. And the spare parts are 1 mana spells, like give a minion +1 attack, +1 health. Some of them are a little more weird, like swap a minion's attack and health. So those are going to be really neat to play around with. And since they're 1 mana, they're really cheap. You can fill your hand with them and hopefully get some use out of them. Clockwork Gnome, I have been wanting one of these guys because, like I said, I love Death Rattle cards. And add a spare part, I'm already excited to use the spare parts. 1 mana pairs well with Undertaker, so that will be good. I just really want a legendary, but if I don't, it's okay. Ancestor's Call. Put a random minion from each player's hand into the battlefield. Okay, that could go really bad really quickly, or really well. But what if you're running some cheap people and you're fighting a control warrior? I guess you wouldn't use it in that that situation, because you would probably end up throwing out a leper gnome or something, and they would throw out a Ragnaros, and then you would cry forever. Seal of Light. Restore 4 health to your hero and gain +2 attack this turn. Paladin healing card. Paladin is not my favorite class, and even more healing stuff, I probably won't be using that too much. Micro Machine. This guy, I've been really curious to see how well he's going to play, because at the start of each turn, not just your turn, not just the other players, every time someone ends their turn, he gets +1 attack. So if you play this guy, whenever you get back to your turn, he's going to be a 3/2. But he's just a 3/2 for 2, which there's already a lot of those. So I really think the only way you're going to get a lot of use out of this guy is if you're running a mech deck already. You wouldn't really just play this guy for no reason. Another one of those, cool. And another one of those, now I've got 2 of those. There's some cards that I've been really excited to see. Like, I really want to get the Annoyotron, the 2 mana 1/2 with Taunt. It looks really fun to use. Upgraded Repair Bot. Give a friendly mech +4 health. Okay, another priest card to give health to people. Oh, okay, that's really cool. I'm really excited about that. Golden Common, and I'm already planning on playing that. Shrinkmaster. I play a lot of priests too, so this will be good. Give a minion -2 attack. That'll pair really well with something like Shadow Word Pain if that comes back into the meta, which it's not really right now. That kills a creature that has 3 attack or less. So if you're fighting somebody with a 4 attack, which priest can't do anything about, or 5 attack, you could toss this guy out there, shrink it down and kill it, or you can just shrink this down and kill it with your Yeti or something and save some of his health. Okay. Okay, Mechanical Yeti is going to be a super interesting card to see, because the Chillwind Yeti is a 4/5 for 4, which is in most decks because it's one of the most well-costed cards in the game. This is the exact same card, but it has a benefit and a downside. As soon as it dies, it gives both players a spare part. So you're getting a good 1 mana spell to use, but so's the other player. So it's a Mechanical Yeti, but evenly matched for everybody else. I don't know if it's going to see more use than the Chillwind Yeti or not, but in mech decks it's going to be everywhere. Another one of those. Hazen Mystic. Battlecry, take control of a random enemy secret. Okay, that'll be fun to play against with hunters because you can just steal their explosive trap and ruin their day. Snow Sugar. Oh, I've seen a lot about this card. It's a mage card, and mages don't really have a ton of small minions to use, and this is just like a water elemental that freezes any character, but it's 2 mana, 2/3, so you'll be able to freeze hopefully a couple of people by the time this guy leaves. Cobra Shot. I haven't seen this. Deal 3 mana and damage to a minion and the enemy hero? Oh, but 5 mana. Huh. So this will be good if you're trying to rush people down. It'll help you clear the board and get some damage in. So it's 6 damage for 5 mana, which is alright. Not great. We'll see. And another Clockwork. They really want me to have this guy. Like, they really want me to play him. Let's see if I get 5 Clockwork Gnomes. Okay. Flame Cannon. Already have one of those. More mage damage. Shrinkmaster. Snow Chugger. Target. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Hearthstone. I was so happy when I got the first one. Salty Dog. I don't run a lot of pirate decks, but there's a few really good pirate cards in the new Goblins vs. Gnomes set. So, hopefully... Hey, welcome back! Glad you could make it. So, Hearthstone died, and that's literally never happened to me before. So, let's get back in. I'm glad you got to see the whole last pack. We've got 5 left, and look at how excited they are. They're dancing around in there, so let's get back to it. Let's have 5 legendaries in this one, maybe. Maybe not. Puddle Stomper, okay, Murloc. They were wanting me to play Murloc. Alright, Illuminator, if you control the secret at the end of your turn, restore 4 health to your hero. This would be really great for hunter classes if you can keep secrets on the board. More great for mage classes because they have a secret that will literally stay till the end of the game. I'm trying to think of what it is. It's Ice Block. Whenever they take mortal damage, it keeps them from dying. So if you play this, if you play that secret on like turn 2 and you play this, as long as you keep this on the board, you're going to keep restoring health. Let's see, No More Gone Infantry. Charge and Taunt, 3 mana for 1 damage. Sounds great, but the taunt may actually make it kind of playable. We'll see. It's not a mech or anything, though, so... Snow Chugger. Micro Machine, okay. We're getting a lot of the same pretty good cards. I'd like to see something brand new. Golden Comment, okay. Well, I may have to play a Micro Machine now just to throw out a golden card every now and then. Gnomish Experimenter. Draw a card. If it's a minion, transform it into a chicken. Okay, this card, as far as I can tell, is awful, I want to say, because whenever you draw a card, as long as it's a spell, you're golden. But if you draw Ragnaros, turns it straight into a chicken. You draw a Karen Bloodhoof, oops, you got a chicken. So the only way you could play this is if you're playing a ton of spells. But even if you have like 1 minion that you want to get out, you're screwed if you draw it. So I don't know about that card. Somebody, I'm sure, is going to come up with some crazy way to put 2 of these in their deck and draw all their spells and win on turn 3. But we'll see. Mechanical Yeti, I like having that. Lost Tall Strider. This is one of the new Beast cards. It's no text on it, but it's a 5/4, so it's the opposite of the Yeti. Instead of having 5 health and 4 attack, it's just swapped, which is not usually that great. But for a hunter class, it could work out. And a rare Mech Bearcat. I am really excited to play this, because every time it takes damage, you get a spare part. So the longer you keep this guy alive, say you toss one of your druid spells on it, give it taunt, it'll have 8 health, and as long as it's not dead, you rack up spare parts every turn. Which could, I guess, be used against you if they ram into it with a bunch of 1-attack creatures and make you draw 8 cards and you lose your whole deck whenever you run out of cards because your hand is so full, but that probably won't happen too much. Usually that's going to be a good thing for you. Glaive Zuka? Battlecry, give a random friendly minion +1 attack. So it's a hunter weapon, 2 attack, 2 durability, and it gives a random minion +1 attack. I don't know about that, because the weapon they already have is a 3 damage, 2 durability that gains a durability every time a secret goes off, and most of the hunters right now are playing quite a few secrets. So I don't know why you would want this over that, unless you really want to have a weapon out early. We'll see. Muster for battle. This is one of the best paladin cards in the set, as far as I've seen. You summon 3 1/1s and get a weapon with it for 3 mana. So on turn 3, you fill your board almost and get a weapon on top of it. As long as you didn't already have a weapon out, which you won't because you're not playing Sword of Justice. Who does that? Cobra Shot. I'm already kind of meh on that card. Goblin Auto Barber. Battlecry. Give your weapon 1 attack. Oh, 2 mana, 3/2. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. So you have your knife out on turn 3 or so. You drop this guy. You have a 2-attack knife. That could be decent, maybe. We'll see. But 3/2 is already good stats. Or 2/3. Death Rattle. Summon a random 2-cost minion. So the piloted cards have been some of my favorites that I've seen so far. There's a 4/1, 4 mana that summons a 2-cost, a 6 mana that summons a 4-cost, and there's a legendary one that I think costs 8, but whenever it dies, it pops out a random legendary card. These are going to be really useful. The one I'm most excited to see is probably the legendary one, just because I want to see Ragnaros parachute out of a robot. But for 4 mana, 4/3, and a Death Rattle, this is going to be in a lot of decks. The piloted cards are going to be huge. Oh, this is the rogue weapon thing that I don't really care for. Oh, cool, thanks. I hope this one is the same thing. Okay, Illuminator, not bad. Glaive Zuka, the hunter weapon that I kind of don't care for. Cool! Thanks, Hearthstone, for this really not great pack and a decent card. I can't believe I got 2 of that awful rogue thing. So let's see. Come on, big money, no whammies. Seal of Light, Paladin card. Spider Tank. Oh, great, okay. I really wanted this card because it's a 3/4, really good stats for 3 mana, and it's a mech, so it benefits from your whole mech deck that you're almost certainly going to be playing after this expansion. Glaive Zuka. Burst Siege Engine. Whenever you gain armor, give this minion +1 attack. Okay. I haven't seen this, but this is incredible because I run a Control Warrior, and sometimes by the end of the game I have about 20 armor, so this guy, the longer he stays out, he's going to get huge. So basically it also reads and taunt because the other guy's not an idiot. So this is going to see some serious play, at least from me. It may not be a great card for 5 for 5, but I like it. I like it a lot. And Anodized Robocub, taunt, choose 1, +1 attacker, +1 health. That is a really good Druid card. Druid's whole mechanic is choose 1, so most of their cards you get to pick one or the other. So you can play this, whatever's going to benefit you that turn. If you need a taunt out... Oh, it already has taunt. I thought the choose 1 was taunt. So it's got taunt either way. But if you need an extra health or 2, health or 1, to take out a Leper Gnome that's going to do 2 damage to it next turn, you can have that. Or if you just want to ram something with 3 health, you got that too. So I am overall pretty happy about the cards that I got. And I have 100 gold left, so, you know, why not? The 11th pack. What is inside the 11th pack? Is it something good? Cobra Shot. No, it's not. Mistress of Pain? Whenever this minion deals damage, restore that much health to your hero. That's interesting. I like Warlock a whole lot, but a 1/4 for 2 is not bad though. But I don't know how much damage it's gonna take. Like, unless you can buff it or something, which Warlock really doesn't do a whole lot of. Huh. I don't know if it'd be worth playing this just to get 4 health back, because I don't care too much to get health back anyway. Explosive Sheep, sweet. I needed another one. I think. Actually, I may have already had one. Oh! Last card's an epic. Feign Death. Awesome. I've already talked about how much I want this card, so now I'm going to have 2 of them. Alright, so I am going to build a deck, and I may stream the building of the deck to give you guys a sense of kind of how I do that. But for now, this was the card opening video. I hope you got to see some cool cards, maybe learned a thing or two. And thanks for watching. Go to sadisticpixel.com to check out Trevor and Justin and all their stuff. And my website is hippochippies.com, and I write about a lot of weird indie games. So hopefully you like that. Thanks for watching. Bye.